So I worked at the mines in Nevada. He would be gone for 7 days and then home for 7 days. Then when he was home, he was a firefighter too.
He was a family man, very interested in his health, his wellness, his community.
He was driving home to come home for my birthday. The guy who saw it said he overcorrected front over end 3 times in the middle of nowhere.
He was in a coma for an extensive period of time. I think it was about 3 weeks.
They didn't know if he'd ever wake up. They really didn't know how extensive the brain damage was. He started opening his eyes, but it was very much like they were awake, but nobody was home.
If you can imagine when you wake up from an accident with as much head injury as he had, it's like being at the bottom of the well. Everybody in rehab shines a light on the handhold to help them get out of that well. That's a huge change in a person's life.
When we got here, he wasn't sitting up on his own. We had to strap him into a chair. He wasn't speaking at all. He was doing 3 to 4 hours of therapy a day, 5-6 days a week, and just started waking him up more and more and more.
When I first met Cy, he was in his room. The lights were completely off. After a brain injury, the brain becomes hypersensitive to noise and light. I would do therapy for about 10 minutes, and then he'd have to take a break and put his head down on the desk.
Early on with our process, he was struggling, with his ability to kind of get up and get around, as well as his ability to communicate. After that, he gradually continued to improve.
There was so much fear in the beginning and unknown. It wasn't even a day or two, and they made me feel like I was part of the family and that we were going to be okay and they were going to do whatever it takes.
We are going to continue doing what we do best, which is rehabilitation, and that just goes to show how the Idaho Elks has influenced our lives as well as other people's lives in the community.
Our primary goal is for him to reach his maximum potential.
People who are motivated to recover as much as possible are more likely to get further.
3 months ago, he wasn't walking, he was barely talking. He's done way more than I think anybody ever expected already.
This young couple has greeted this task with great grace.
The kids are huge motivators for both of us, and I think they're the reason why he hasn't given up yet.